Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I've got something a little bit different. This is my first trike. This is the Emojo Bull for around $2,000. And one of my favorite things about this so far is the small size of the frame. You're thinking a trike, you're thinking heavy, big and bulky, and that is not the case. This is only 80 pounds, which weighs about the same as most fat tire e-bikes. And it's small enough to easily fit in my truck with room to spare. I want to start the review off by talking about the frame. The first thing I liked is how easy and approachable it is. It's only 8.5 inches off the ground, so you don't have to raise up your foot very high to mount this. Now what's unique about this is the seat tube angle. And so as you raise the saddle, you increase the cockpit area. And then with the handlebars, you can adjust those. So this is the posture that you have with the saddle all the way down and the handlebars pull back. So if you're a smaller rider, you'll like that. It's a very closed, condensed, and small cockpit with everything lowered down. All right, so let's see how fast this can go. In the front, you have a 500-watt motor, and then you have 5 pedal assist levels, and both pedal assist and straight throttle top the bike out at 22 miles per hour. As far as acceleration, it actually has enough pop, enough juice to spin that front tire. I was able to hit 21 miles per hour in less than a city block. Moving on to brakes, you have 3 disc brakes, 1 per each tire. There's some decent brake levers. There's a button here on the brake lever that once you squeeze the lever, you push that down and that will hold the brakes in place. As far as stopping power, I felt they did a pretty good job. And now as far as range, there's a 48 volt, 14 amp hour battery. With that single battery, they say you can get up to about 65 miles, but they have the option to add a second battery that will extend that up to over 100 miles. Now, as you guys know, when I do a range test, I like to top the bike out. And so when I did a test, I got 16.7 miles with 1,258 feet of elevation gain. And my average speed was 18 miles per hour. And I did take it until the battery died. So now you know what you can get when you take it full blown, max this thing out only with the throttle. The thing I like most about what these guys did is they added a differential drive system. And what that means is that the tires can spin at different speeds. And so that does give you better stability and balance, especially when turning. And speaking of turning, you can turn this thing on a dime. That left tire just basically pivots, which is pretty fun. Woo, I'm a little dizzy. The last thing I want to talk about is the off-road capability. There's no suspension, but you do have a very cushy and large saddle, and there is suspension underneath. And then you got these nice 20 by 2.5 inch gravel tires. So if you do want to take this off-road, I would suggest a wide road, hard pack, not a lot of gravel, and not a lot of bumps. To wrap up the review, I want to run through a few more specs. Starting off with the cockpit, you got nice feeling leatherette stitched grips. I like the control panel, just a nicer rubber, and easy to navigate with 3 buttons. Got a large LCD screen, and it's also backlit. And then a Shimano 7-speed SAS index shifter. Then below the wiring is a headlight. And then in the back, there's a very bright tail light. That is just a constant light. It doesn't get affected when you hit the levers. You got nice feeling and looking aluminum fenders. Move it back towards the rear of the trike. You got a huge basket. It's about 4 or 5 inches deep, and then 2 feet wide. On their website, they have a ton of accessories. So if you're looking to modify this or just deck it out with a whole bunch of gear, baskets, things like that, these guys provide everything you'll need. My top 3 favorite features about the Bull. 1 is the acceleration. I was not expecting that front wheel to spin off the line. The second thing is the option to add that second battery. The third is the differential drive system, which does give you better balance and stability when turning. So there you go. That wraps up the review. I appreciate you guys hopping on here and checking out my content, and have a good day.